this morning because you know what day it is. Oh, we all know what day it is. It's Transformative Tuesday, y'all. As always, I'm Dennis R. Holder, Mr. Motivation, the CEO of Herald of Hope Books and Inspiration. And guess what? I'm coming to you. Each and every one of you with some words of encouragement, of uplifting, something to reignite the fires of your passion. I'm trying to sharpen the blade of your mind, body, and your spirit, y'all. Wake up this morning and lend me your ears on this Transformative Tuesday. Here we are, blessed with another Transformative Tuesday. I'm blessed to come before each and every one of you in this morning, this evening, whatever time you find yourself watching this video. I'm coming to you a year older, a year wiser. In fact, decided I'd change things up today and rock one of our new shirts today from the Herald of Hope Books and Inspiration, our TRY shirt, which is a part of our theme and our quote for this week, actually. But feel free to check that out, the Herald of Hope Books and Inspiration's website page where we can place your order and we'll get it to you promptly. But otherwise, I'm calling each and every one of you to do that thing I'm always asking you to do each and every Tuesday. Wake up and transform into your next best self. I need you to do that thing I love to scream from the rooftop because I know somebody waiting on me to say it. I ain't going to say it. You waiting on me to say it. I'm not going to say it. Wake up and lend me your ears on this Transformative Tuesday. I pray that each and every one of you, this day finds you doing well, that you're blessed, that you're ready to transform into your next best self. Because if you're tuning in for the first time, thank you for lending me your ears. If you're one of my continuous followers who checks in and who looks in for us every Tuesday, I say thank you for your time, your energy, and lending me your ears. But on this day, as we close out the month of March, our topic has simply been, nobody has it easy. Let me say that to you again. I said, nobody has it easy. Dennis, what you been talking about in March? I've been reminding us all that no matter what walk of life you find yourself in, from the richest of us to the poorest of us, from the tall to the short, to the black to the white, whatever ethnicity, whatever racial background you come from, we all have our set of circumstances. We all have our trials and tribulations. We all have our ups and we all have our downs. But what is consistent is nobody has it easy. We play the game at different levels, under different circumstances, at various seasons of life. But guess what? Nobody has it easy. So I thought the best quote to close out the month, to allow us to shut this thing down and prepare to venture into the next quarter of this 2024, will simply be that, the one that's on my shirt. It simply states that nothing is impossible to those that are willing to try. Oh, somebody heard me this month say nothing is impossible to those that are willing to try. Now I know what you're saying. Well, Dennis, that sounds easy. Yeah. Dennis, that sounds simple. But guess what? Anybody who knows me, it's not going to be easy, and it's definitely not going to be that simple. When I say that nothing is impossible to those that are willing to try, I'm asking you to take a hold of that word, that T, that R, and that Y. They say, oh, here he go again. Yeah, here I go again. It's Transformative Tuesday, and I'm calling each and every one of you to try the T, R, and the Y. Now, Dennis, what you talking about this morning? What I'm saying is, when you look at try, simple definition is basically to make an attempt at something, to put your best effort forward. That's good. That's good for what we've done. Haven't we all given our best effort? Can we say we tried in the process of living? Well, in 2024, I've called you to have a life being more balanced, to be more aware, to continue to have a greater peace of mind. And what that's going to require of you, what that's going to require of us, each and every one of us, is the T, R, and the Y. I need you to take that T and be through making excuses. Yes, excuses are done. It's time to get to work. It's time to stop making those excuses and let's start making adjustments. Let's start readjusting our priorities. Let's start resetting our mindsets. Let's start resetting our focus and our greater perspective, our goals, dreams, and aspirations on the things we want to see proceed and go forward in our lives. But that's only if you decide, guess what? I'm through making excuses. I got to let go of what was. I got to let go of what could possibly be. Excuse me. I got to stand in the now. I got to stand in the present. Plant my feet and continue to go forward because guess what? I'm executing. I'm doing the work. I'm setting my mind. I'm going forward this process, living my life because I'm through making excuses. And that's just the T. Keep walking with me this morning. I said, let's go with the R. The R says, I'm ready to proceed. Hey! You say proceed where, Dennis? Well, first of all, when I say proceed, you have to understand something. If you're going to proceed, you have to understand that in living this life and no one having it easy, that your life is a process. This is what you're saying. In a process, it takes steps. It's a journey. It's like one of my favorite quotes simply states, the journey of 1,000 steps starts with one. We are all on the process. And as I've heard a very wise minister say, in the process, in the pursuit of living our lives, what we go through, what we encounter, what we find ourselves facing, it is not a punishment. Hey, it is a process. And to understand, when you start to view your life, the ups, downs, and the in-between moments, the trials and the tribulations, the circumstances that seem not to work in your way, guess what? They're not tearing you down. They're not trying to push you down. Guess what? They remind you how strong you are. They remind you how much fight you have in you. They remind you how much faith you have to cling to as you cultivate that seed and allow yourself to grow. But guess what? You have to be ready to proceed. You have to understand that I have to go forward. I have to take on those fights so I can build my faith. I have to continue to overcome those hurdles of life so I can jump into and hone my greater skills. So I can continue to have my back against the wall, but continue to fight for it because I know greater days are for me. I know that I'm growing through this process of my life and I'm not just going through it. I've asked the question many times, are you growing through life or are you just going through it? You do understand when you just go through it, you just kind of by and by, how it comes, whatever comes, I hold my head down, I raise my head up, whatever comes. No, I'm talking about growing through the situation. Understand it's going to be hard, I'm going to do it hard. It's going to be tough, I'm going to fight hard tough. If it's going to be challenging, guess what? It's going to build my character and I'm going to continue to proceed forward. And that's just taking hold of that R. Last thing I'm asking you to do when I say T.R. and Y, I need you to yield for nothing. Oh, somebody don't yield for nothing. I'm talking about you understand that in your pursuit of excellence, when you decide that you want to execute, let me slow down. When you decide you want to execute, right? When you decide that you're going to proceed, looking for a greater process that's shaping you, it's molding you, that's allowing you to grow and evolve and transform into your next best self. Now you give yourself the opportunity to be unstoppable. How? What am I saying this morning? You understand that, hey, hurdles are coming. Oh, I'm going to jump. I know hard times are going to be there. I'm going to fight on. I know circumstances are going to try to hold me back, keep me hindered, trip me up. But guess what? I will fall, but I won't stay down. I might get battered and bruised. I might find myself in a fight, but guess what? I will press on. I will press on because I deserve better. I will press on because I expect better. I will press on because I have a greater vision of excellent effort and a purposeful life and a calling upon my life. I will press on beyond what I'm facing, beyond what I'm having to deal with, because guess what? I'm a VEP, y'all. You're a VEP. We all are blessed to have a vision of how we want to see our lives go. Press on. We all are blessed to have the mindset of excellent effort to put toward our lives. Notice I didn't ask you to be perfect. None of us are called to be perfect. We serve a perfect God. We have a perfect Heavenly Father who has shaped the mold of destiny for each and every one of us. But all He asks us to do is do our best each and every day. To look to Him to continue to guide us, to give us wisdom, greater understanding, cling to our faith, and be renewed and empowered by Him each and every day. That's called an excellent effort. But last but not least, I'm one of those, I like to simplify things, right? I truly believe we're called to live purposeful lives. Everyone wants to ask, what's the meaning of life? The meaning of life is for you to figure out what the meaning of your life is. That's what mine is. You ask me what's the meaning of my life, to operate a purposeful life. To live a life on purpose, for purpose, and with purpose. Oh, somebody didn't hear me this morning. I said living my life on purpose because guess what? Hey, I know I was made for times such as this, and so were you. I said on purpose, for purpose, knowing I have gifts, talents, and abilities from that meant to allow me to make room for my destiny to unfold that allows me to proceed. Somebody walk with me this morning because I'm tied together. Last but not least, I'm living a life on purpose, for purpose, and with greater purpose because guess what? There is a calling upon my life. I'm meant to be a refresher of my fellow man, to uplift, to encourage, to continue to plant a seed and cultivate one that is one of growth, of development, that allows me to do that thing. Come on, you know I love to say it. Transform into my next best self. And I'm calling each and every one of you to do that. What I'm asking you to do simply today, I'm reminding you that nothing is impossible to those that are willing to try. To be through making excuses. The time for excuses are done. Let me ask you something. Have those excuses served you thus far in 2024? We're nearing the end of the first quarter. Have holding on to your setbacks, your mistakes, your frustrations, your aggravations, potential imaginings of what failures you could experience, have they served you? If not, how about we let those go? It's time to execute and do what we can, where we are, with what we have. That's why you got to be through making excuses. Set your priorities, adjust your goals, gifts, talents, and abilities, and continue to execute and do what you need to do. Next, I need you to be ready to proceed. What I'm saying is ready to see better from yourself, ready to expect better from yourself, ready to go forward in your life and knowing that greater days, greater possibilities, greater strengths, greater triumphs lie before you. Where you currently stand is not defining where you're going. Somebody need to hear me say that again this morning. Where you currently stand, where you come from, what you've experienced have helped shape you thus far. You didn't get here by accident. You got here because guess what? The trials, the tribulations, the circumstances and situations that you face have made you strong enough to endure to guess what? Stand in this season, in this moment. It's time for you to endure and proceed on, but you got to be ready for it. It's not enough to get somewhere if you don't know where you're going. You don't know why you're going. You don't know the purpose or intent of you being there. Because if you're not mentally ready, if you're not prepared to deal with it, how will you ever know that you have proceeded? How will you know that you're there? And we all know what there is. There is that successful spot, that goal, that dream, that aspiration, whatever it is. But if you're not mentally ready to enter that room, to step into that season, to go forward in that great opportunity, you won't ever know, and it might pass you by. So you have to be mentally ready, physically ready, spiritually ready to proceed. Last but not least, I need you to yield for nothing. Understand that when you set your mind to execute, when you tell yourself that you're ready to proceed, you're going to meet opposition. You're going to meet trouble. You're going to meet roadblocks and stumbling blocks. But guess what? You have the power. You have the authority. You have the mindset to take those stumbling blocks and make them stepping stones. You have the authority, the responsibility, the power, the true opportunity to rise beyond falling down, to rise beyond the circumstance, situation that you face, and press on to greater days. Because guess what? If I can do it, you can do it. Each and every one of us have the ability to rise, to shine, and to grow forward on this day. I pray that each and every one of you, each and every one of you be blessed on this Transformative Tuesday and continue to try.